Thank you. Very nice of you. Thank you and welcome. And once again, we do welcome two teams of two to test their word power and wits on the Pyramid Game. Now, our first celebrity partner is noted for many things, including her arresting performances with Nick Ross. Here she is. It's Sue Cook. Nice to have you with us, Sue. Now, one of the police women who appeared on Crime Watch UK actually crossed over and became a TV presenter, I know.
That's right, Helen Phelps.
That's right. How would you fancy doing it in reverse?
Oh, dear. I don't think my feet are big enough. But I think they work very hard.
Yeah. Another thing, of course, which you do every year, and I saw some weeks ago on the Wogan show, the total for the Children in Need appeal, it was amazing this year, wasn't it?
Yes, we've done really well, 17.5 now.
17.5 million. And another one to come, I presume, later in the year.
Yes, it always builds up, and it's one of those things now that keeps going throughout the year, so who knows what next year might bring.
Smashing. Well, welcome here to the show today, and you're hoping to make a few quid, of course, for the gentleman who's sitting opposite you. That's Roger Harding. How are you, Roger?
Fine, thanks, Steve.
Where do you come from, sir?
South Wales, just outside Newport.
OK, now, so everybody can give you a nice loud boo, tell us what you do for a living.
I'm a tax officer in the Inland Revenue.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, so we won't talk any more about that. What do you do in your spare time?
I play a lot of golf and dabble in the kitchen now and again.
Oh, you're also a cook then, are you?
Well, not a cook as such. If I come across a recipe I like, I'll just try it out, yeah.
Right, well, too many cooks here, maybe. You won't spoil the broth, I'm quite sure. We've got Roger and Sue over here. Now, in fact, after today, we've just got 3 more shows in this series of the Pyramid Game, but now it's a pleasure to welcome a man who starts the first of a new series of shows on Thursday, in fact, a Thursday evening on ITV. He's also commercial radio's top phone-in host. It's Brian Hayes. Thursday it is, Brian, isn't it? Tell us what the show is and what it's all about, please.
Well, it's Thursday at 7 o'clock.
Right.
It's, I suppose, best described as an entertaining current affairs programme, and it has a bit of a consumer angle as well. It's something quite new. I don't think anything like it's been done before. It's live as well, which is good fun.
No.
I'm looking forward to it.
Well, so are we too. So that's Thursday. Make a date for that. Brian, thanks for being with us. Now, here's a lady who's back from yesterday. She got the jackpot with Kate Robbins. It's Sharon Sparks. Hey, 275 quid yesterday, Sharon, huh?
Yes, thank you.
Wasn't that terrific? Hoping to do it again today, I know. Now, we talked about your degree in performance arts yesterday, but you didn't tell us where you managed to get that degree.
That was at Middlesex Polytechnic, North London.
Really? I mean, there are very few places where you can study for that sort of thing, aren't there?
Yes, they are quite selective, and some courses are more practical than others as well.
Was this a particularly practical one?
Yes, it was quite practical, yes.
And how long did it last, tell us?
3 years.
3 years. Good. And you're hoping to get into TV. Well, it's this twice now.
Yeah.
It's all happening for you. Here we are, Sharon and Brian. Right, a classic collection of categories, no doubt we have once again. Let's flash them at you. We have Tall Story, Rip Van Sprinkle, Naked Civil Servant, But I live here, between the arms and upright citizens. The sort of people defended by Sue, of course. So let's choose a category here now, if you will.
Roger would like naked civil servant, so who am I to disagree?
Right. Okay, here we are. Words associated with Adam and Eve. Your example is temptation. Okay, we put 30 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
Eve took a bite of this.
Apple.
It led her into committing...
Temptation.
No, committing a...
Sin.
That's right. This is the snake.
Serpent.
This is the Garden of...
Eden.
This is the devil. Another word for the devil. His name
Beelzebub.
is... No, it begins with S. Small word.
Satan.
That's right. She took this from the apple. A...
Bite.
That's right. And she came from one of these from Adam. One of his...
Yeah, one of his spare ribs it was. And then before we'd ever heard of Chinese cookery. Beelzebub, that's a very good word, isn't it? I haven't heard that in a long time. Well done, you've got yourself 6 points there. Beelzebub is something made with lemon that you have between courses. Anyway, Brian, what would you like?
What about Tall Story?
Yeah, why not indeed? We have here words associated with Alice in Wonderland. The example is a dream, okay? We put 30 seconds on the clock, it starts now.
This is a rodent, you can eat it.
Dormouse.
No, bigger.
A rat.
No, bigger.
Rabbit.
Yes. The Queen of Hearts made some...
Tarts.
The man who wrote it is...
Lewis Carroll.
Yes. You are not awake, you go to...
Sleep.
You play a game of...
Croquet?
No, with...
Cards?
Yep. This is a something story. What kind
Tall
of story?
fairy tale?
Yeah, very close. An adventure story it was, but we have a close contest going on here, I can tell you, because Sharon and Brian achieved 5 points. Right, Roger, the Dodger. What would you like?
Rip Van Sprinkle.
Rip Van Sprinkle. This, as we all know, of course, the Lucky 7 and a special pyramid prize on offer here. Sue has to guess all 7 correctly. Words associated with salt. And your example is pouring, okay?
Okay.
There are 7 in the category, as always, and 30 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
The little specks. Specks of salt.
Grains.
Yeah.
Taste.
Yeah. It's in the water that contains salt.
Brine.
The Atlantic Ocean is one.
Sea.
Lot's wife was turned into a of salt.
Pillar. Pinch.
Yeah. The opposite of salt.
Pepper.
You can do this with salt in the kitchen
Sprinkle.
with the frying pan.
A man who likes to cook and a girl called Cook, and we didn't get cooking, which is a great shame. But mind that, what pillar of salt and Beelzebub, what a learned chap this is. They didn't get the prize, but they have got 12 points. Sharon, you can be deemed to be our champion at the moment, of course, having won that jackpot yesterday, but you've got to fight back now. What are you going to choose?
I think we'll have upright citizens, please.
Upright citizens. Now, let me tell you here, we have things that we do standing up, okay? And your example is, keep it to yourself, your example is ski, okay? 30 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
In the morning, you go for a run, which is also a...
Jog.
January, February.
March.
3-4 times a...
Waltz.
On one leg, you...
Hop. Salute.
To roll along on...
Bowl.
You can go ice it or
Skating.
roller it. Golf, you put the ball in the hole, is you've... with the short iron.
Yep, that's it, absolutely. And they too have now got 12 points. Hey, how about that? And you probably heard a little murmur here from our studio audience because she said put, but it's pronounced put and then put, you see, with the double T, so it really wasn't part of the word. And well spotted by our adjudicator, I must say. So, 12 plays 12, and Roger, you'd like to describe in the last round, would you?
Yeah, please.
Between the arms or but I live here?
Between the arms, please.
Right, we have things you might lose down the back of a chair. We've all done that too. And your example is a lighter, okay?
Right.
30 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
To do your hair, yeah. You write with it.
Pen.
Cash.
Money.
Yeah. A hair.
Slide.
No,
Clip.
another word.
Clip.
Yeah. You play with these, and there's an arch.
Croquet.
You roll them along the ground, alleys, pass. You write in this day by day.
A diary.
Yeah. It's what you have hanging from here.
Earring.
Yeah.
Fine. Marbles, the only ones we didn't get. Good describing with the arch as well, but maybe slightly put Sue off. But nevertheless, another 6 takes you on to 18 points. Well done. So, yeah, a job in hand here, folks, Brian. And what are we going to do with this? Well, I'll tell you, we have But I Live Here. And it's words associated with an all-night party. And your example is drink. Okay? Sharon, you're going to describe, are you? Okay, we've got 30 seconds on the clock, and the time starts now.
What they're in, a beer.
Can.
A terrible row.
Argument.
If you complain about at a party,
Noise.
you complain. A waltz and tango, what you're
Dances.
doing.
Dance.
Ha ha ha.
Laugh.
A bit longer.
Laughter.
Not dusk, but the other one.
Dawn.
If he comes in and he hasn't been invited, he's a...
Party crasher.
The first part rhymes with slate, though.
Oh, and it does too.
Gate
You got the crash a bit all right. I can tell you it was so close, but 17 to 18, and Roger, our new contestant, is the winner. Never gate crashed a party in his life, this man. I can tell you that for nothing, because we see each other every day. Sharon, I've seen you 2 days in a row. You've got yourself £275, 2 appearances on the box, and I hope your ambitions to be there regularly do
Thank you
come
very
true.
much.
You've got the Pyramid Trophy as well. As we say farewell, though, to Sharon, we say hello down there to Roger and to Sue as we play for pounds. It's smashing this. I would look forward to it, I must say. Particularly as I only have to stand here and tell you what to do and then disappear for a while.
I've been dreading this bit.
Yeah. A minute, of course, is the period of time that I disappear for because we have those 60 seconds while you describe longer phrases and categories here. Please don't use any of the words that you see. And you know that because you've been well coached and seen it every day, as I know. Wish you well, Roger.
Thanks.
OK, it's your first time of playing, of course. £275 at stake. 60 seconds start now.
These are things you call,
Names.
yes, and you call young people.
Names of children.
These are items you,
Things found.
they're on the wireless.
Things found on a radio. In a radio.
Yes, nearly, but what do you do? How do they get to you? Through your ears, so you...
Things you listen to.
Nearly, things you...
Listen with.
You hear with... they're on your ears, I mean, they go through your ears. Perhaps you better pass. These are old tunes sung by 4 lads from Liverpool.
Songs of the Beatles.
These are reasons why we want something to drink.
Reasons for going to the pub.
Reasons why we are parched.
Why we're thirsty.
These are commas, full stops.
Punctuation marks.
This, if you see a film, this is dialogue. Somebody who sees a film.
All right, come on. Give him a nice round of applause there. Yeah, listen and hear. 2 different activities, of course, aren't they? But you've got yourself, right there, Roger, 2 50s. That's 100 and 2 25s, £150, eh? Right. Not a bad start.
No,
You'll be partnering Brian Hayes, of course, in the second part of the programme. We'll therefore have a new contestant to play with Sue Cook. Would you like to do this again?
Oh, well, all right then.
Well,
Force me.
Well, we have to play for points, first of all. We'll see you in just a moment. Thank you very much indeed, and welcome back. Roger Harding has got himself £150. He's now partnering Brian Hayes. Therefore, Sue Cook has a new contestant with her, and she comes from Penzance in Cornwall. It's Carol Taverner. Welcome to you, Carol.
Hello.
I think we must be related, you know.
Sorry?
Well, I think we must be related. You know why?
Why?
I'm a Lord's Taverner. Anyway, tell us what you do for a living.
I'm about to start work for a new development company.
Are you?
Selling property and buying property abroad.
But also in the southwest too, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
New property.
And a wonderful thing here, you were in the original series of Z Cars,
Yes,
eh?
it's a very long time ago. It was black and white.
Yeah, but please tell us about that. How did that come about? Then?
I was auditioned to play the part of Fancy Smith's first girlfriend, but actually, can you believe I was too young? So Angela Douglas got the part, and Sean Sutton wrote in the part as a barmaid for me.
Oh, terrific. Well, the fact that you weren't Fancy Smith's girlfriend probably was something of a blessed relief.
Yeah.
One for the older teenager there. Anyway, let's put our hands together for Carol Taverner. Right, let's have a look at some of these phrases up here. Flash away for me, please. We've got Jeepers Creepers, that old grey magic, spade in full, where it's at, there's a kind of hush, and over the top. Sue.
We're going to go for over the top.
And why not? Start where you mean to finish.
Okay.
Things a car might drive over. Your example here is a manhole, okay? Well, person hole, they call them these days. You've got 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
This is the edge of the pavement.
Curb.
This is, you have it on a driveway and it crunches.
Gravel.
This is where the water runs down, the gutter.
Drain.
This crosses something.
Bridge.
Yes. This is a sort of railing in the ground to stop cattle going over it.
Grid.
This is alongside the curb. The water runs into it.
Pavement. Gutter.
This is green and it grows.
Grass.
Yep, absolutely. Fine start. They've got 7 points. Yeah, come on, let's hear it for them. They've issued the challenge, boys, Roger and Brian. It's Brian's choice now.
Oh, it's my choice?
Yes.
How about where it's at?
Where it's at. Aha, right, good. It's
pressure.
The lucky 7, of course. Yeah, the pressure is on. It's doubled here. A special prize for Roger if you guess all 7 correctly here. We have words ending in those letters A-T. Your example is hat, okay? Think very carefully. 30 seconds on the clock starting now.
Past tense of sit.
Sat.
Not curved,
Flap.
but the something pack.
Brat pack.
Not a Republican, but a
Democrat.
big.
Fat.
No, huge.
Pass.
You do this to a fly.
Swat.
You wear it, but it's not a tie.
Ah, hard like it. Easy to get locked into that rhyming sound, isn't it, you see, which you got away from with SWAT, and it was great that you were after, but nevertheless that does end in AT, doesn't it? And you're only
Yes.
2 behind with 5 points. All right. Okay, no special pyramid prize, I'm sorry to say, but nevertheless, the game progresses, and we have 4 left. And what are we going to choose over here? It's the ladies, of course, and so it'll be you, Carol.
Jeepers Creepers.
Right. Words associated with Tarzan. The creepers, of course. Right, your example is lion. They get more and more wonderful, I know. The example is lion. 30-second start now.
The place where you'd find Tarzan, the whole continent.
Jungle.
The whole
Oh.
continent. Big.
Asia.
No,
Africa.
next one. Right. Where you'd actually find him with all the creepers and everybody.
Jungle.
Right. His mate.
Jane.
Right. What he would wear, little piece.
Loincloth.
Right. Lady and...
Man.
No, her husband. She's a lady, he's a... sounds like sword. Pass. Chimpanzees and gorillas and all the whole species together are...
Apes.
Apes, indeed they are. Yes, Lord of the Jungle. He was Lord something else, wasn't he? Lord Greystoke?
Greystoke.
Lord
Yeah.
Greystoke, that's right.
Yeah,
I remember the film with that French chap, and I can't remember his name. No, Christophe something or other. That's by the by, though. I can tell you that Carol and Sue have got themselves 11 points. Brian knows about movies. Christophe, who was it? Christophe
Lambert.
Lambert. Thank you very much indeed.
Or Lambert.
Lambert, yes, absolutely. Okay then, Roger.
Kind of hush, please.
A kind of hush. All right. Places that are usually quiet. The example being the desert. Okay?
Fine.
We put 30 seconds on the clock. 7 to guess. The time starts now.
Where the nuns live.
Convent.
Where the books are kept.
Library.
Where a Neanderthal man lives. Hole in a rock.
Cave.
Where people are buried.
Cemetery.
Where relics are kept to look at.
Museum.
Yeah. What you do to books when you were revising for exams.
Study.
Where monks live.
Monastery.
Yep, absolutely. Well done indeed. That's terrific, haven't they? Right the way through the card. And so Roger and Brian pulling up there. They've now got 12 points. See the way this game goes. Sometimes, you know, when the initial score in the first round isn't that high, our contestants, you can see, maybe not always at home, but I can see it here, or the faces drop a little bit and they think, oh no, how are we going to make it back? Well, there's an example of how it has happened with Brian and Roger. They're now in the lead, and we have 2 categories left. We have Spade in Full and that old grey magic. Who's decided to describe here, Sue?
I'm going to describe.
You're going to describe, okay. Now, which you're going to choose?
Spade in Full.
All right, fine, Spade in Full. You've got to choose a category, of course, to play the game. We have things that can pick up other things. Your example is a shovel.
Right.
All right? Shovel the example. 7 things that can pick up other things. 30 seconds on that clock. It starts now.
You hang your coat on one of these.
Hanger.
No, it sticks out of the wall.
A hook.
Yes. You eat Chinese food with these.
Chopsticks.
He carries your luggage for you.
Porter.
It's a television on the roof. Television something.
Aerial.
Yeah. You eat knife and
Fork.
this is a huge thing that moves earth.
A digger. Mechanical digger. Shovel.
But it pushes
a
it
JCB,
around. It's
bulldozer.
The risk something.
Business.
Yes.
Oh, well, that was marvellous. When we talk about matching minds on this programme, do we not? The risk business, I think that deserves a round of applause in itself because it did so well. And it means they've got themselves... They have got themselves 18 points. Well done to the girls, and give them another little ripple there. That was very good. Well, it would not need a genius to tell you, and I'm very glad of that because I'm not, that you need all 7 again in the final category here, fellas, to play for pounds. Otherwise, we could be in a tie-break. That old grey magic, you're going to describe, are you, Roger?
Yes, I am.
OK, fine. We have things that fade, because the grey from the black, you see. We have things that fade like interest. All right. 30 seconds on the clock, and the time starts now.
Denim, trousers.
Jeans.
Picture with a camera.
Photograph.
You get it in the sun. Get a
Suntan.
yeah.
Smile.
You shout down a valley and you get a reply.
Echo.
Yeah. Perfume or
Scent.
red, yellow, orange.
Colours.
Yeah, that's it, and they've done it, I can tell you. Well, they did bring themselves back from the brink. Roger and Brian are the winners. The mistress of life. Carol, it's been wonderful to see you. A short stay with us, I know, but thanks. Let me shake you by the hand,
Thank
too.
you.
And all the best with your new venture, of course.
Thanks very much.
You take with you our best wishes and, of course, your pyramid trophy. Sue, it's been marvellous to see you. Hope you've enjoyed playing
I've enjoyed
the game.
it very much.
Terrific, but right now, Brian and Roger are going to go and play for pounds. Yes, interesting game that was, wasn't it, eh? Okay.
Interesting. Is that the word?
Well, among many, of course, yes, but it was rather nerve-wracking, but here you are for the second time, eh?
Yes.
Right, well, it's the same format, of course. You've got 60 seconds on the clock this time around, as you did have before, and I can tell you the 60 seconds start now.
Sorts of planks, what the planks are made
Kinds of
of.
timber.
Not
Kinds of wood.
of.
Types of wood.
Yes. Pajamas, nightie,
Nightwear.
items we would put on to
Things
go,
we would wear to bed.
reasons that you give 3 of them.
Why?
Hip,
Sorry?
hip, hip.
Why we cheer?
Yeah. Your signature, documents, items that we...
Stationery?
No. Items that
Yes,
we
things that we...
would write our name on.
Things, the documents.
Things that we would...
Things that we would sign.
Yeah. Monopoly, Mousetrap.
Games.
They are... What sort of games are they?
Like board games.
Yeah. Oh, this has got a very good bouquet, a nice claret. Something...
Wine.
Dialogue.
Yes. Things a wine might say.
Oh, bless you, you're almost there. I was in the wings and I was rooting for you. You actually said wine taster, didn't you?
No, I didn't say wine taster.
Oh, did you not?
Sorry.
Wow.
I'd love to
Just said wine.
lie, but...
You have to own up to it.
Yeah.
But it was what a wine taster might say. But nevertheless, let's have a look at the score. There's 50-50, there's 100, 175. What did you get before? 150, was it?
Yeah.
Well, can you add that up for me?
225?
It's 325.
325.
£325. Well, that's not bad.
Not bad at
How
all.
How many times have you played the game now? Twice?
Twice,
isn't it?
yeah.
Right, so can you come back tomorrow?
I certainly can,
We'll
yeah.
look forward to that when Roger will be with us. Thank you, Brian, for playing the game.
Thank you.
We look forward to Thursday night at 7 o'clock, of course.
Yes, don't miss it,
Oh,
folks.
wow, absolutely, we'll be there. And we thank Sue for playing the game too. Roger's back tomorrow, I am back tomorrow, and we'll see you then, 9:25 on the Pyramid Game.
The Pyramid Game, in fact, returns tomorrow here on the Family Channel. In just a couple of minutes, Jill Gascoigne stars in Cat's Eyes.